So lesson one, do something that wasn't possible 3 years ago. Pretty much if you're looking at a business opportunity that you could have done 5 or 10 years ago, it might be too late, or it might not be different enough to make a lot of people care. And that's ultimately what it takes to kind of scale. And so look for new technologies that are enabling your solution, right? Box wasn't possible in 2000. It wasn't possible to scale up in 2000. The enabling technology was cheaper storage, better browsers, more connected devices, more really kind of faster internet. Cultural changes, right? What made Facebook possible? That we want to share information and we want to be more connected. Or macro trends. What are the sort of macroeconomic trends where people want to save money, so all of a sudden we go buy things half off at Groupon that we don't really want? Those types of things are really important to starting a business. Do something that you're extremely passionate about. This is another lesson that I've learned over the first 3 things that I had started in college. If you're not really passionate about what you're doing, it's totally great. You'll be excited about it. Maybe when things are going well, it's going to be really hard to get other people passionate about what you're doing. And ultimately, it's really hard to kind of think out 5 years. Where is your company going to be 5 years from now? Do you really want to be doing what you're working on? Startups are very hard, right? There's a lot of bad news that happens every single day. Bad things in the competitive space, bad things with hiring, and you have to be able to push on through. And so you have to do something that's actually really, really exciting that you're going to be inspired about and that you're going to really kind of create inspiration for other people. Don't compromise. As I was mentioning earlier, one of the coolest things about starting your own company is you get to make a lot of decisions, right? You don't have to, you don't actually have to compromise or sacrifice on a lot of things. You don't have to sacrifice on who you work with. You don't have to compromise on how you're going to do your marketing or how you're going to build your technology. So we think about things in terms of bests. What's the best team that we can build to solve this problem? What's the best technology we can produce to solve this problem? What's the best way we can talk about this and communicate it with our public relations? How can we do the best marketing? So ultimately, this is all in your control. You get to make these decisions, and it's a really exciting opportunity when you do. And lesson 4 is sort of, if you feel comfortable, you're probably not doing it right. I mean, there's a lot of hard decisions that go into business. Who you're going to work with, how you're going to compete, what's the strategy, are you going to raise money, are you going to leave school? And so you're going to have to go well beyond your comfort zone. There's a lot of decisions that aren't going to be very easy to make, and that's actually a good sign. So it's actually a good thing when you don't really know what the answer is, or you don't know if you should do it this way, and you make that leap, and that's pretty important. And also, finally, don't write your obituary too early. This is a mistake that we've made a handful of times, and unfortunately, we didn't do it in such a way that we couldn't work our way out of. But we've been extremely competitive with Google and Microsoft and EMC and these other larger companies who normally we shouldn't be afraid of. And the venture capitalists are often afraid of these guys. So don't write yourself off. Make sure that you kind of keep on pushing. Make sure that you're optimizing on the right dimensions and areas that you can beat other people in. And so that's really important and why we still have the company today. And if it turns out that these 5 lessons don't work for you, we're actually hiring. So we are really excited by people that start their own companies, but we're also excited about people who are passionate about learning in companies that are quickly growing and want to be a part of that. And I think while I do push heavily on starting companies, getting out there and trying things, there's as much value in going to startups right now and learning for yourself how companies are being built, because maybe it's 2 years later that you start that company, but at least being in the environment and learning kind of firsthand with what goes on is extremely helpful. And I think both routes are incredibly important.